Hey guys, Ponce here on the PBE, here with a preview of the Talon rework. He was disabled for a while, but is now available for testing, so let's go over his kit real quick here. Before we do the specifics though, I just kind of want to mention that overall, Talon, even though he's different and reworked, like there are very, very similar things going on here. Like his modes of damage are very similar. A lot of his old stuff has been, well, reworked and remolded and sort of repackaged and sort of stuck together in different ways, but kind of basically what he does is still more or less here. A lot like actually a lot of the other reworks as well. So just thought that was kind of neat, and I had to mention that first. But first off, his passive, it's completely different, but again, similar to other aspects of his kit. Blade's End. Talon spells wound champions and epic monsters for 6 seconds, stacking up to 3 times. When Talon basic attacks a target with 3 stacks of wound, he bleeds them for a certain amount of flat damage based on level plus a total attack damage ratio. Physical damage over 2 seconds. So this old bleed mechanic kind of in there, but, you know, obviously different. Next, we have Noxian Diplomacy, his new Q. Talon leaps to target and deals certain amount of physical damage with a bonus attack damage ratio. If cast from melee range, Talon does not leap, but instead critically strikes, dealing this is 200%, by the way, because I have Infinity Edge, so it is affected by Infinity Edge. Otherwise, it'd be 150%. So basically, it's 200% damage with Infinity Edge, but deals, basically, it crits. When Noxian Diplomacy kills a unit, Talon regains a certain amount of health based on his level and refunds 50% of its cooldowns. If you kill, either you want to kill minion waves quickly and just like get some health back, so it's kind of a source of sustain, or you know, you shank someone in the back like a player and you kill them, well, you get half the cooldown back. So there you have that. Next, Rake. This is more or less the same, although they changed the graphic on it. I'm not sure if it's... Well, you see that there. It looks similar-ish in terms of like it goes out and... Actually, does the old one pause? I don't think it does it? I think the old one just like shoots out and comes back. Anyway, the old one looks stupid. This looks still a bit wonky in my opinion, but it looks better. Like, kind of makes sense what's going on there. That actually looks like there might be a few animations maybe missing in there or something, so maybe they'll stick some more stuff on there. This obviously is early PvE stuff. Next, we have a completely new part of his kit. This is kind of the stuff you may have heard of people talking about. Assassin's Path. Talon vaults over the nearest structure or terrain in the target direction. The vault speed is affected by Talon's movement speed. Talon cannot dash over the same section of terrain more than once every 150 seconds. That gets lowered by... The cooldown gets lowered based on how many points you have on it. I think at 3 points, it was like about 100... Yeah, it was 100 seconds, so it goes down significantly. So kind of like the Talia thing, it works with terrain in a weird sort of way. So let me show you how that works. So I'm going to leap over that like so. And then we're going to use the blast fruit to make it redundant. But anyway, as you can see, this whole area here is now unavailable for dashing through. However, you can dash still through this side. It's this side that's highlighted, so I can still do that if I want to. But now this is highlighted here, and well, I can just, I don't know, just jump through that. But I want to get back in here, so I'm going to do that. And then we're going to go over here. And as you can see, the cooldown just doesn't matter. And I can still get that little bit of thing right there. Is that something there? It's hard to see. No, there's nothing there. So I don't know. Why don't we leap over here? So if you don't have any boots, it's actually, the leap can be kind of slow. But also, yeah, if you don't, it's not going to shunt you over extra distance. Notice I kind of clicked here. It actually just like, this is the range. So if you can't actually make it, it's not going to push you over. It's just going to like take you to the nearest point that you could have gone to. So think of it almost like a flash, a little bit with like an even longer range, but you just kind of float in the air in the meantime. That kind of idea, I guess. I mean, like really any sort of dash is a bit like that, but... Alright, so let's go over here. And, oh, before we kill her, let's explain the ult. The ult is more or less the same. Talon disperses a ring of blades that deal a certain amount of physical damage to all units they hit, gains 40% movement speed, and becomes invisible for up to 2.5 seconds. When invisibility ends, the blades converge, dealing the same damage again to enemies they pass through. If Talon cancels invisibility with an attack or Noxian Diplomacy, the blades converge on his target's location instead. So that's a little bit different, but... like, you guys will see in a minute. I'll do the version where I attack her, and then all the blades will just kind of, like, crash into her. Also, note on invisibility, because there's different types of stealth now in the game. Stealth, invisibility, Talon can only be revealed by nearby enemy turrets. So this is, like, true stealth, not like Evelyn, you know, you go near a person, you get revealed kind of thing. So, anyway, let's... ghost or something. And then see, notice they all just kind of like converged on her like that. So I'm going to use the bleed here. Oh, notice by the... Actually, never mind. Hold on a second. I'll just get the bleed off. So I'm going to end up killing her, unfortunately. I wanted to show you guys something, but... whatever. So notice, normally the cooldown is 7 seconds, but half the thing was refunded when I killed the minion like that. So, yeah, there we go. What I was going to say is, it appears it's not a mentioned feature. I don't know if this is a bug or they're going to mention it later. But those bleed stacks, that triangle thing you saw in Misfortune in a minute. Actually, I guess I can show you on Dragon, because you can do it on Epic Monsters. Maybe it'll function differently, but it definitely, against a champion, what happened was when I was auto-attacking someone who already had bleed stacks on them, the auto attacks would prevent the stacks from going away, but they wouldn't set it off or anything. Like, if Misfortune was at 2 stacks, I kept auto attacking her, she would just stay at 2 stacks for forever, so long as I was auto attacking. It seems like kind of like a keep in combat thing, a little bit like how Belkoz's auto attacks keep his deconstruction stacks, or whatever those things were called, up. So let's see if this works as a dragon. Let's do a bit of science here. So he's got 2 stacks there. He's just gonna. If my theory is correct, that will remain at 2 stacks. Yeah, this has been way more than 2 seconds. It looks like you can keep them up. And then we just bleed him like so. The bleed stacks are doing quite a bit. Just kill dragon because we can. Why not? And then we just leap over there. He's just called Dragon pathetic. That was rude. Alright. So, yeah, there you have it. That's the new Talon. Like I said, you know, familiar in his own sort of way, but with definitely this thing, the Assassin's Path, is new and interesting. It seems really good. Of course, you know, when any kind of skill doesn't deal, like, have an immediate combat impact, you know, your damage is going to suffer for it, but certainly his passive's quite strong, so it almost like it takes the place of a damaging skill, kind of. Like, it's very strong passive. I can see just Talon, you know, going with his ult, hitting multiple people, and hitting more people with Rake to make sure there's 3 stacks, and running around like popping all the stacks. I mean, that's not how you would normally do it, but you'd certainly, if the fight goes on, you know, you kill one person, go to the next person, pop another bleed stack. Seems like you get a lot of AoE damage off. And I mean, old Talon could do that too, just in a slightly different way, where he was very, very good using his ult and AoE damage and stuff like that. So, I don't really know how this is going to play out in-game exactly, as I mentioned, I think. But I look forward to at least trying this. I mean, I prefer AD over, like, mage types, so, like, magic damage characters. So, I mean, I'm probably going to have a better time with this than all the other ones. So this guy in Rengar, we look forward to testing in actual games, which I'll have hopefully up in terms of gameplay videos soon. Again, I wasn't able to do that previously because, you know, the PB disabled them because the characters were broken or something. Allegedly, what actually Talon's problem, someone told me, every time he tried to use his E and leap over terrain, he would crash the game, so that's why they did that, but allegedly. So yeah, there you have it. Thanks for watching, guys. I suppose I should probably know, if he slowed, it probably would slow the time that he has to, or increase the time he takes to jump over terrain, so he'd probably do like this slow jumps, like, kind of thing. That's just my guess, but anyway, that's it for me. Thanks for watching, guys. This has been the Talon Rework. Goodbye.